and they have all worked here in different times to earn their vacational rates. So any money these guys are given, they have to chip in at and they're probably one of the best young conservationists I've seen. And I'm very happy about what they do and what they explain to the people. So they're going to be taking people to see and visit more of the park. Ask them. Yeah, can you say something about what you know about the park? PG, first, before this guy swallows whatever.
Well, WAJEE Park is, it's definitely an interesting conservation project in terms of the bird life here. There's a lot of variety of species, as well as the plant life is amazing. It goes from many different ranges and different species, and yeah, as well as the animal life. Even the life is nocturnal, so during the day it's pretty hard to find them, but yeah, it's a very special place and I hope it continues to be for a long time.
Can you add something to that?
Yeah. As much as WAJEE Camp is a nature sanctuary, it's also a place where our family get to come together and hold family meetings here. Do lots of stuff, talk, laugh together, watch videos of lives in the past, get to laugh a lot. And we also get to learn about nature, stuff we didn't know, about our trees that are native to our country, birds and some animals. And yeah, basically you get to learn a lot from WAJEE Camp, so it's a great place.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
Yeah, WAJEE Nature Park is very good. I love the service, I love the food. Just know wherever you sleep, you're going to wake up to very good breakfast. And the beds are very comfortable, very comfortable. You can sleep the whole day. You might even forget about your nature walk and your bird watching. Those beds are very comfortable. And yeah, the tea up country is excellent. It's better than Nairobi. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kako kieko keka kwete kakange koke kakako osaka na wos kulo mwelela kulo mwaiwa kulo mwelela
My name is Chage Gakunji, proprietor of WAJEE Nature Park. I like being seen more of a trustee because this particular place has memories of a lot of people who come here, especially those who are interested in conservation and conservation education, anything to do with the environment. Now, WAJEE Nature Park was an idea basically of my mother and my father. And for those people who know about the background of the Kikuyus, the Kikuyus were very much disoriented in this part of the central province during the Mau Mau, where they would move to concentration camps, which were called villages with trenches going around them. But basically, my father was very instrumental in some of the things you see here because of his exposure. He fought in the First World War. He was a carrier corps and he carried luggage from Kenya to Malawi. And in the Second World War, he was in the Kenya African Rifles group that were fighting in India and Burma. And when he came back, some of the exotic trees you see here came from that kind of an influence. He wanted to bring all sorts of trees. So he started creating a forest in this particular place. And in 1959, after we came from the villages and people came and they settled back farms, a lot of trees were planted. He had cows Then after that, my father died in 1986. My mother was here. I was the last of the boys, and everybody else had gone, so I became the one looking after her. Having friends coming to see this place, and it became like an island in the sense that it was the only place where you could find traditional Kikuyu irio being made. So a lady by the name of Barbara Land, who was an American, or a Canadian rather, with a company called West Can, I think it's West Canadian Tourist Company, came here and formed a company called Great Expectations, which made me a shareholder. And one of the most important things they always did is the culture. They used to come to WAJEE, they would come here, walk around the park. It was very informal that time, no houses apart from my mother, and she would make some irio and Kikuyu food. We would have traditional dancing around here, so it was a good time. After my mother died in 1991, and I became the person who was left with this place, we had already started putting the park together. I did look for advice. I went to the ornithological department, the herbarium in the museum. They gave me a lot of, even I think the arboretum. They came here and did tree census. They did a bird census. And at that particular time, they found that there were about 108 species of birds. Now there are more. And they were all catalogued. And we decided to make this place more of an environmental education center, also supporting the communities that are around here. So to date, looking back from my father's idea, my mother's support, and what I have taken up, I have also passed this legacy to my children. So they do work here whenever they're on vacation. Everybody, if they have to earn their vacational money or any money from me, they come and work here for at least a week during their vacation. And most of them have become very much influenced in terms of the environment and how it is important to look after the environment. So my eldest son, who is in Australia at the moment, is doing a degree in sustainable development. And that has to do with how you can use your resources sustainably. And that has a lot to do with the environment and how we have to keep our world in a way that is sustainable. So what we are doing at the moment in WAJEE is using it as a center where local people can come here, learn about conservation, and see what it means to have trees and forests, because this place is always moist. And therefore, when it is moist, it tells you that water retention, the springs that we used to have, the small rivers we have, they all come from maintaining your environment. So we also do have a very good relationship with the communities around here. So they are the ones who do the supplies of food. Sometimes they do the traditional dancing. Then also what we do is we have the tourists, the old tourists who comes here. And when the census was done around the 1990s, it was found that this place had extremely important biodiversity. And apart from that, there were endangered species of birds which are endemic to the lower Mount Kenya region. And one of them is the Hind's Babbler, which is a bird that is listed as one of the most endangered birds in the world. And it is only found in Mount Kenya region. So for those people who come here who are bird watchers, ornithologists, they come as far as, we have had groups from the Ornithological Society of New York, people from Australia, all the way from the Scandinavia, just to come and see the Hind's Babbler. Very big, important heritage. Among the other birds, we have the lower mountain birds. What really happened is that because of the clearing of the lower Mount Kenya region, the habitat was destroyed. And this little island of about 22 acres or 10 hectares has become a haven for those particular creatures and birds. So the schools that come around here, we show them what to do. Nature Kenya is involved in the conservation of Heinz Babla and training people around here, and they do use this particular facility for enhancing that type of education. Now, the other point is that apart from the tourists, we have schools from outside, we have local tourists, we have mission groups that come here to do meditation, and we have weddings. People who want to come and have a natural environment for their parties and photographs. With that, we feel that it has become really a good place, a park in the middle of very highly cultivated area. What we do have in WAJEE is now we have a small little Kikuyu homestead. We show people about how the Kikuyus lived in the past. We have a couple of animals which we show the children. We have tortoises. We have both the pancake and we have the leopard tortoises. We have guinea fowls. We have the geese. We have the peacocks. And of late, we have seen hedgehogs also around here. So on the side of just creating awareness, we have that. But inside the park itself, because as cultivation went on, a lot of animals have been literally trapped here. They live here. So we have a few bush bugs and genet cats. We have bush babies. We have porcupines. And until recently, we still had 6 side-striped jackals. And that's a big, this place to have 6 is too small for that, but it tells you what conservation is all about and what kind of habitat was here. In terms of education, conservation education, I have Edwin Kanake here, who has a diploma in environmental education, and he is the education officer who deals with all the issues of the tourists, the children that come here. Sometimes you get support from people who get attached here, from institutions like Wildlife Clubs of Kenya and other colleges that are doing environmental education. My role is to tell you to really enjoy this particular place. We try and keep it quiet. We try and teach environment, keep it clean, and enjoy yourself and tell your friends about this place. This is a part of the nature walk. We have paths going all around the park. So each particular point explains what you will see around that particular point. And we have trees, but we have left the forest in its own natural way. Kikuyu homestead. Kikuyu in the olden days, and many people have lost this culture because of the uprooting, moving from one place to the other, had way of building their own houses, which was exactly the same. The house you see here would be the man's house, and the house you see here would be the woman's house. There would be a granary, and at the entrance, unfortunately we don't have it, we would have a kind of something called mwano, somewhere that it will be able to protect the place. I'll just explain later as we go in what the different features are. But I think it's important to understand that the mud, which has been used later in the Kikuyu, especially during the villages, the villaginization, during the Mau Maus in the 50s, when the people were put in the concentration camps, what were called villages, was not the original way of building houses. They used to use planks of wood, and then they would put leaves in the cracks to stop the wind going in. This would be a typical Kikuyu wife's house, and this is the door they used to use, called the rige. Rige was to protect goats coming in, and sometimes even the hyenas, because sometimes hyenas would go into the house and pick up the kids. You have what you call the veranda, the dhaku, and the food we stored. You can see the use of it.
Okay.
In the house of Kikuyu lady, this side would have goats here. And interestingly enough, it is the same place where the boys would sleep, the small boys. It's also reputed that when there was an adulterer, he would hide with the goats, and when things were quiet, then he would do his uncharacteristic and almost accepted sometimes in the culture actions. The man of the house never entered the woman's house. It is the woman who would go into her house. You can get the stone back. This would be a typical fireplace. Be a typical fireplace, and it's also the cooking place for the wife. Her bedroom would be here. She kept her utensils here. And this is mainly where she kept her clothes. The girls would sleep in one big bed called the kiriri. This would be storage for water. It's kept in an earthen pot, and the earthen pot would keep the water cool. This is a man's house, and ordinarily it will be very basic, very basic. There'll be a fireplace. This is where he keeps his firewood. This hive-looking storage would normally be here, and it was to keep his food. The wife would come and put it in. Most of the meat would be preserved with honey, and once the meat is dried and you preserve with honey, it can stay for a very long time, and you can eat at his own leisure. Men, as usual, are always looked after and lazy. The person who really worked in the Kikuyu homestead is the woman, and it's typical up to now that most of the homes are very much run by women. Here we have the tortoise, and these are not endemic to this particular part of the world. You find them in hot areas. In fact, because of the climate here, they can't even breed when they're here. But Edwin will explain. He's the person in charge of the education at WAJEE. He can tell us more about the behavior and life of leopard tortoise.
Pancake tortoises, the leopard tortoise rather. In Kenya we have two species of tortoises, the pancake and the leopard tortoise. These ones here are all leopard tortoises. The reason why they are called so is because the coat resembles the coat of the leopard. Tortoises are known to live for very long. They can live more than a century. Some have been known to live even for 250 years. Eat vegetables. They are exclusively vegetarians, and breeding of tortoises is quite interesting, because you find that they will lay 5 to 18 eggs in a year. And what they do is that they dig a small hole of 12 to 15 centimeters, lay the eggs inside there and bury them with sand. And the eggs will take about 9 months to hatch. So it's quite a long time for tortoise egg to hatch. You find that tortoises in Kenya can only successfully breed in at the coast. Otherwise, in Nyeri, in Nairobi and other areas, it's impossible for the eggs to hatch because of the temperatures. But at the coast, that's where they successfully breed. So to differentiate between the male and the female is the male has got a longer tail. The female has got a shorter tail, and that is an adaptation for mating. The female's tail must be short. Below this shell.
Can you lift it?
Is hidden. This is the tail. The one of the female will be shorter, and the one for the male will be longer, and that is an adaptation for mating. Tortoises, like I say, eat vegetables. Here we give them cabbages, carrots, and other vegetables. Eggs. The claws. The hind legs have got 4 claws, and the fore legs have got 5 claws, and that is another characteristic of the tortoises. These tortoises their ages range from 30 to 65 years, so they are quite old.
What we do have here is a view to Mount Kenya, and we thought that keeping these trees and having it and people being able to see Mount Kenya is always a good idea. Unfortunately, today is looking very overcast, but I'll ask Edwin to climb, but you get a fantastic view looking now.
Start. Okay, this is the Mount Kenya viewpoint. Here people are able to see Mount Kenya, which at this time of the day you can only be able to see the base. Otherwise, okay, at this time of the day, when we have a lot of clouds, it is impossible to see the summit, but the base at the moment can be seen from here.
Activities we have here is we encourage people to plant trees, and we are reducing the exotic trees and planting the indigenous trees. This is the podo, which is a softwood, one of the most threatened trees in Kenya. It's called Mudhengera in Kikuyu. You can see, like, this one was planted by Lilian Gakunju in 1995. So people do come here almost like a pilgrimage to come and see their trees and see how they are progressing. It's good to compare yourself, how you're growing and how your tree is growing. These are all indigenous trees. We are trying to bring them back to what the original forest was like before we interfered with it. Did you check on this one?
But they are not very far from there. One of them is here. You see?
Okay, these are the African wood owls. We have a paler one, which is the female, and on this other side, on the right side, we have the male, which is darker in color. The African wood owls will be found in pairs, and they are characterized by the round heads and the very dark brown eyes. In this particular region, we can say that the African wood owl is very rare. People here are farmers, and as a result, they don't have a lot of habitat for them. We don't have a lot of habitat for them, so they are quite rare in this particular region. But at the coast of Strip, you'll get to see them in Tanzania, somewhere in Gorgoro Crater. That's where we have a lot of them. But here, they are very rare. The reason why they are called so, the African wood owl, is because they survive in woodlands, and their color acts as a camouflage from predators and all that.
They are tambourine doves, and tambourine doves are good luck. People believe that if you see a tambourine dove, you live for a very long time. So if you see one, the male has a very, very bright chest with almost scarlet the back, and the female a bit duller, but they make the noise like tambourine. Yeah? That's where the tambourine comes in. You have seen him, he live for a long time. And he lost. But there seems to be porcupines that many. Do you have the jug right here? You see it?
Yeah, the yellows are quite common here. They even, you know what they do? They eat a lot of them, and when they get into the hole, they vomit. They vomit them.
These are the...
Yeah. No.
What is their name? Just giant rat.
Giant rat, yeah.
What did they do?
Toyo.
What did they do?
They eat a lot of seeds from the cotton, the cotton tree. Then when they get into their home, their hole, they vomit them. They store them for future, to eat them in future. Yeah.
The hole. New again.
This is not new.
They have opened it up.
The old one. There are no traces of them.
What's that?
There's a porcupine hole.
Porcupine barrows.
Barrows.
Okay.
But they have without some other.
On top.
I think we will go the other way.
Like ferns. There's some species of fern.
Which is, what do you call it? It's exotic. Lantana camara, or in the local name Mokige. It's very, very, what do you call it? They call it in India the curse of India.
Curse of India.
And the whole idea is it's really kinds of occupies. It's very, very domineering as a weed. And one of the reasons why we do not cut most of it, all of it, is because it has been proven that it is a very important habitat for Heinz babbler. They like thick bush. And this is one of the bushes that has become friendly in terms of sustaining their habitat. So if you remove it, you may also destroy the habitat that keeps the Heinz babbler. So with that, we keep on keeping some of the areas with this very invasive weed. But it is exotic, it is not African. And the word Mokige was the guy who introduced it here, who was a Dio in the olden time. That's what my father used to tell me. And for those who understand Kikuyu, Ngige means a locust. You can imagine what they thought about that Dio, call him locust. His looks, his actions, maybe erratic, you know. I'm not sure that that was a very complimentary nickname. Liki, for the Kikuyus, they know him as Karwege, which means the hawk. Again, you can deduce a lot of things as to what does that mean. Could mean a person who is very cunning, very shrewd, always takes something from you. I have no idea. But old people will tell you the nicknames, where they came from. And they looked at the characteristic of a person.
By the way, Lantana Camara has also invaded Nairobi National Park. Yeah, and recently they complaining they wanted to
Removed it, and the older bushes have come back. Yeah.
grassland. There are very many types.
There are very many types. Some of them are poisonous, some of them are okay. I'm not an expert in mushrooms.
This is a mushroom, eh?
Yeah.
We don't record. I can't remember the name exactly. It could be Sporobolus.
Sporobolus.
Yeah, it could be.
And is that edible or not edible?
This is edible.
Okay.
This is edible. This and the umbrella shaped are edible, but the ones that are not edible.
The ones that come
the
up,
umbrella shaped, you know, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like a ball. Those ones are here.
Some lunch for you, Biju. What we call a green bamboo. And this is also exotic.
Oh, this is the greenish. Does it change color in grow big?
Not this one. But I think it depends on the nutrients that are there in terms of the quality of the greenness. But this is try and do is to create places where people can rest within the park. And this is a kind of a picnic site. So if people want to come to the park and rest and just listen to the birds, watch animals, read books, meditate, these are kind of spots. There are many of them that you can rest and take a break.
Just saw one bird. It had white markings around the eye.
And up here.
Orange. Is it under the wings?
Yeah, under the wings, under belly.
It was grey.
Blackish.
The rest.
It looks like a RuPaul's Robin chat.
Then there is a white thing up here.
It had
Black.
White and black around the face.
he has the book. He has the book here.
Black and white.
The expert now. Which is this guy?
This is
I just
called
noticed.
Mokalala.
Mokarara.
Yeah.
In English.
What was this in English?
In English, we call it. Let me remember the name. The genus, the species name I can't remember.
But it's called
Magitaria.
Magitaria.
And the bird making noise there, is that
What one?
yeah, is that the what bird is that? It's not a yellow
No, it's
rumped no, that's not a tinkerbird.
It's not a tinkerbird. It's the greyback. I mean the
Cameraptor.
the greyback cameraptor.
It's a small little bird with a lot of
A
energy.
lot of
But it makes quite a different number of different noises, sounds.
Fungi, that is a fungus, and I'll show you more. The how do you call it? The
Lichen.
mushroom is a fungus. No, these lichens are in a different group. Very different. And what I wanted to ask about lichens. Why does in different, like let's say that tree, it has not inhabited the way this all over the whole stem and branch. Why is there a difference between the other tree and then this? Or it habits different species of trees?
Yeah. I don't know about lichens mostly. We didn't go deeper in it. But I think it's because of the nutrients, where they get their nutrients from.
Right,
They are very small, and
depends
we
on
only
the
have one
species,
expert, and she's Chinese in our campus, who deals with lichens. They are very small, like you can see, you just scrap off the bark and you have to study them. So they're not bigger plants, they're not higher plants. They're lower plants and very primitive. So it's rare to study them.
Or in resting places, when they just drink,
Lichens.
These are lichens, eh?
Yeah, lichens, overgrown lichens. Some of what do you call this? Something that overgrows. I can't remember the name. I did this in first. Sporangia. Yeah, you're right. Sporangia. These are sporangia. Yeah, they grow on them. It's just part of their growth. They form, these are leaves, this is where they keep their food. This is the whole body. Yeah, the lichen. These are lichens. They start with this, then they grow to this. They're invasive on dead wood, but these are mosses. The green ones are moss. They're mosses. The green one, they like damp places. You've seen on rivers, on the stone walls. Yeah, these are mosses.
What is his family?
The same thing.
Yeah, I think it's a devil's horsewhip, but a young one before it forms the whole. Yeah.
The young one. Oh,
Yeah, here.
right.
You're so right. It's a devil's horsewhip.
Yeah.
It's called the Achilantha aspera.
Aspera.
They're lying on top basket. And I still see them, in fact, in the bamboo next to there. When you find them, with big eyes. And they make a lot of noise in the night.
Maybe do you find any lorises in Africa?
What are lorises?
Lorises, they're like cousins of bush babies. They're like, except they're not as, they don't have long ears. Yeah.
We can check in the mammoths.
I've only seen a picture of a baby. Yeah.
I'm not sure about it. You see here they have, I think they have two types of families of bush babies here. What do you call the clothes thing that attaches to each other? When you peel off.
Or Velcro.
Velcro.
Yeah.
I understand that some of the plants that brought in the technology for this type of a plant. And you know what you do is that if you take this plant and you attach it here, it will touch.
Yeah, true.
If you attach it to your clothes,
Yeah,
it will stick.
Yeah.
So that's a concept, huh?
That was the concept. They looked at the way the plant actually attaches to itself. Yeah, it stays. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a
touch
me not. Document the insects. Now look at this thing.
Look at this guy here. This guy here.
Yeah.
This guy here.
This is a type of a fly. It's a fly. It's a musca.
I've never seen one like that.
This is a fly. There are different types of. It's just in the family Muscidae. It's a fly.
Can you see it here? Guys, here. You see it on this leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, another type of a fly. This is not
Look at
a
another
fly.
guy there.
This one.
Like you're saying, just looking at,
This is
you'd be here for years.
Be here for years.
I know there's a lady who was called.
See this one? It's a different fly too.
Oh look, there are many of these type flying around the weather.
Family Muscidae, Musca domestica is a fly, house fly. Muscidae is a family for flies. Mosquitoes are Chilicoides, that family, and the others. Anopheles.
The ones which are chewing us here, which type is it?
I don't know.
They're light blue. They're like light blues.
Is it?
Yeah.
Light blue.
You get some.
But you knew this, about this one before?
No.
Never seen it. Plant, which is, the Kikuyus used it for many ways. This is the mogio. What is mogio in biological terms? And this is the plant that you would do all sorts of things. You get the strings from it. And you made the kyondo. The original kyondos came from here. And the original way was to chew it. And it has medicinal effect on your teeth, which is very positive. So they would chew it. Then this one would be made to dry, and you would make mats from it.
Because it's very tough.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
And then it tightens it. When it dries, it does. So it's a very important plant among the Kikuyus, this one. And if you chew, actually try and chew this, because it is actually very nice. Well, you to chew and then you make strings out of it. Chew until it is softens, and you make cloth also. Enough, now you can find it. It comes back here, but most of the places is cleared. You can't find this plant elsewhere.
Can be a meal.
Could be. It's very good. We used to chew it as
Can
kids.
be a meal.
This is son of love.
We did this one.
So the one there. Can you go through it?
Used to be right down when you go right down from that first hill. Used to be there. I remember that one is so dark in the inside.
Yeah, very dark. Yeah. It's nice. Have you cleared on top of what happened?
Watch your back. Yes.
To get these guys.
It's a long time, huh?
Interesting.
Stop. I can't believe this. A big tree.
Try to look at the seed by the fruit. The tree, just above the at the center. You have two seeds. Can you see them?
I can see them. These are what one?
Macadamia.
Macadamia.
And this is another feature which you tell about an exotic tree and an indigenous tree. If you look around it, when it is exotic, nothing seems to grow. If it is indigenous, it all grows together. And you can see there, it's like a clearing. That's a guava.
Yeah, guava.
It's also exotic.
What about the other reddish?
That could be mutuya. I don't know what it is. Avocado. Yeah, it does. These were cut by. You know what it is? It's actually a mutuya.
But avocado immature.
It's not an avocado. It's not an avocado. You know what it is?
Is this an avocado?
No.
I honestly believe it could be a mutuya. You don't think so?
Malva.
No, the one, like the one near Nini. I'll show you.
Put it again.
They cut the trees? But why have I not been told?
See, when I was in Nairobi,
They cut where?
I'll show you. They did it. I went to Nairobi on Wednesday and came on Thursday and
The Joyce was not in.
just
Muratina. These are Muratina tree.
Yeah.
This is sambuca. You have sambuca here? The tree, sambuca. The tree that, that makes sambuca.
It grows here in Kenya. And this one makes muratina.
You know sambuca,
This
right?
is the sausage tree.
Oh,
You see the salt, it look like you have those things to scrub yourself.
yeah.
So the ones they use.
so the fruit now will go some processes for it to make beer.
Yeah.
It will be cut and dry. But we have two species of them. One is highly poisonous. If you make beer with it,
You die.
you die. And so you have to be very careful about
Which it is, yes.
the species.
So those is the indigenous tree. This is too wet for it. The cedar is the cousin. The cedar is the cousin of the cypress. Cypress is exotic. This is the indigenous, but it needs a slightly drier climate. This is a bit too moist for it. She's not happy. The tree is not happy. This tree is not touching anywhere. It's not unique. Why would they
Look at this one now.
cut? Really, I mean, nobody was
No,
here.
they didn't enter through the gate. So nobody saw them.
They use panya root.
They thought this is a unmanaged forest.
This is also another tree destroyed, cut.
No one can kill somebody for this kind of thing. You know, it's they have been killed for less.
Look, there's those birds on the road again. I just ran into them.
Oh, the ones who went there.
So now, who's responsible for this destruction?
The Kenya Power and Lighting Company.
Okay.
In the Kenya Power, we have had a lot of problems with them because the trees we have tried to plant near the wire lines are trees that don't grow very high up. But the people they send are unsupervised, and they are paid by the number of trees they cut. And every time we have a lot of wars, because if you look at some of the trees they have cut, the little trees here, they will not reach the wires.
Shrubs.
And people forget that to create a forest is such a difficult thing. So when they come with this kind of a don't care attitude, it's extremely frightening to understand about the contradictions we have in some organizations about us trying to create forests and create rain and create sustainability, and at the same time they are destroying it. That's fun. It just grows young. It comes, in fact, sometimes when you look at the ground here, you can see it pushing the soil. See the plant actually doing it with a fist. So it comes out with a fist. Then once it grows into this, and continues having little fists. One of the oldest plants in the world. I understand it was there during dinosaurs.
What's the name of that?
The fern.
The fern.
I'm not sure
How fern survived is they used to continue producing their own toxins so that herbivorous dinosaurs or whatever couldn't eat. Yeah. So they would always be developing new ones.
This is another moviro. It's a coffee family. It has plant. This is a fruit. Have you ever eaten the milk? They're normally green when they are young. When they ripen, they go almost purple. And you open this, they have a seed, and then you open up, they're a bit bitterish, but a lot of iron, I understand. Very nutritional, high nutritional value. What this plant is called?
We have a trees and shrubs of Kenya, we could carry it and grow.
It's called Touch Me Not.
No. This is not the touch me not.
You know
The touch me not is the mimosa, I thought.
Oh, the forget me not.
Forget me not.
Forget me not.
Because when it does it, yeah. This forget me not.
Forget me not.
And we used to,
Touch me not is.
you know, we used to do it as kids. You know what we used to do? We used to throw at each other.
On sticks.
You see?
Forget
You would have them on the hair.
Yeah.
Removing them is so hard.
You remember when I planted this?
19.
Can you imagine this was planted afterwards? And see how it has grown. That's the hardwood. No. That thing is hard. In fact, to reach that level for that tree, it grows so slowly. I think there's one next to the grave we have planted during my father's funeral. It's still there. And it's the same type.
WAJEE, can you say something about your tree?
Well, I can't exactly remember how old I was when I think I was 6 or 5 when I planted this tree, and that was a long time ago, so it's nice to come back and relive the memories and see how it's grown. Yeah. And maybe it has some symbolic nature or something, so it's nice to come back and see it. Give me some inspiration for life. Yeah, so it's nice.
That's the
Sorry.
But you can give give the major an interview.
Oh, major is here.
Mango.
He calls it?
No, called by my friend. Called him food. Call that.
Morning. You guys have just come. Yeah.
You touch it, it dies. Yes, sir.
Touch me now.
Yeah.
Insectivorous plants.
I think it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, it's a defense. Here. Yeah, it's a defense.
Yeah, it's a defense
But
mechanism.
it's also a defense, and it's also the way they feed.
Yeah.
Because now when an insect lands here,
Yes.
it closes up to eat the insect, to suck the sap from the insect. And
Okay.
it's called an insectivorous plant.
So an insect will
We
be
land on it.
carved in, eh?
Yes, then it will carve it in and suck the blood wherever from the
Okay.
insect, then kill it, then eat the insect. Yeah, that's how they feed. That's why it's called insectivorous plant.
Okay,
Yeah, it kills insects like that.
I've never known that.
Yeah, it kills insects. About you or what? No, it's just the insect.
So
You've
after
seen
some
the
time,
insectivorous plant?
they open up again.
Insectivorous, such a name.
Come to WAJEE and want a little comfort. We have accommodation. This is our old house. It was built in 1941 by my parents, and it has bedrooms. You can hire the whole house, or you can hire a room, you can hire a bed. And then apart from that, we have the tents where you can stay in the tents. We do put mattresses on the ground, and they're quite comfortable. So we'll take you through to see what we have in the rooms. They're basic, but they are nice and clean, and we have electricity here, fortunately. We have 3 bedrooms in this house. The 2 of them are double beds, and the other one has triple beds. And they're all self-contained, and there is a shower, there is a toilet within the building. So this is a typical 2-bedroom room. Basic, but quite comfortable. There's a reading light, just in case. Dining room for the house. And this leads to the toilet and shower. Again, basic sink. This is a tank to harvest rainwater. So although we get supplies of piped water, it is irregular. So we try and get the water from the roofs and store it in this tank. This is an energy-saving heating system, very environmentally friendly. You put just a few pieces of firewood here, and it will heat for the whole entire showers, especially those on the outside. So we normally do use the energy saving method of heating, but sometimes we do use the electricity as a backup.
Okay.
The next types of blocks we have the new block here, which is 4 bedrooms. You can use them. They have a door in between, so if you have children, they can be on one side and you can be on the other side. You're going to see it. And down there we have the fingiras, which are very popular. We have a tent, again to show you the type of a tent we use here. If you have a meal and you want to sit on the outside, there are little bandas that you can use. This place is reputed to be very quiet, so most people will just want to come here and have peace. And then when you get back to the city and all the noise, you have come from a place that is very refreshing. This is the new block, and it's a typical room with 2 bedrooms, and this is to place your suitcases with a toilet and a shower here. Also with an excellent view. You sit on the veranda and you can take your breakfast on the veranda looking at the forest. You got the fingiras, again very popular because they blend very well with the environment here. Because the traditional way of building an African hut is round, and that in itself does appeal to a lot of people in making them feel that they have come back to their roots. So they're very popular. So the 2 of them are always very booked. Okay, speak up. This is the thingira, again round with ventilation at the top. The thatching is very traditional, using the Mothandoko, or the wattle tree, and very, again, simple. There are 2 beds. There's a place to put your suitcase, and again, a reading table, so to speak. For breakfast, we like serving people in a living environment. Sit down. Have their breakfast or read. And if they want to go in the sunshine, they're most welcome to do that. So this is really a place to come and relax and clean up your mind from some of the tensions we go through and hassles of the everyday life. So if you want a retreat, it cannot be better than WAJEE. Now this is an interesting combination here. We have the strangling fig that has killed the original tree. And I think the tree was Moruri. I can't remember very well. And then after that, we put in a climber, which is also a strangler too, that has also joined into the wall. And you can see the way they have intertwined with the strangling fig and this climber, which is called Mohukora, which is really famous for medicinal herbs, and the roots are mainly boiled for people to drink. It's a medicinal tree. I planted it personally about, I would guess, maybe about 12 years ago, but it has dominated and really become part of this embrace. I have a feeling that the original tree was this, which is a Moruri. Looks like, which it is, it's the original tree. It's being strangled now by the climber. See that embrace?
The fig can grow this big, strangler's fig. It's too big.
Strangler's fig becomes the domineering.
Domineering plant.
Yeah. And one of the reasons why Kikuyus, this is a holy tree in Kikuyus, the Mugumo.
Yeah.
And the reason why, in my view, the Mugumo became famous is because it left holes. A lot of animals used to stay in it. And therefore, when people did the sacrifice, they believed that if you left meat and anything that you had given to your gods, if you didn't find the remains in the morning, it means the gods have accepted your prayers. My own interpretation is that the wise men and the medicine men used the psychology of using the holiness of the trees because they knew the animals would eat, and therefore people would be feeling that their prayers have been accepted. But Mugumo is considered holy, and most of them were hollow, and they had a lot of animals living there. Some of them had big caves, so to speak, that even leopards, you would stay there and breed in the big forest.
This is what now?
This is a yellow bamboo.
Yellow bamboo.
There's a green on the other side. So it's a good side to just
Okay.
Can you explain about what you do with the waste recycling?
Here we prepare compost manure. We have the 2 holes. After some time, if you put waste plus leaves and all that stuff, after 2 weeks, you put it in this other hole, and in 3 months' time, the manure will be ready, which is very good. You don't have to use fertilizers to put to your crops. Otherwise, this is enough to do any type of farming. Very, very good. It's exotic from yeah. This is the yellow bamboo. It's an exotic bamboo from Asia. The indigenous bamboo will have a green stem, which is called the mountain bamboo. Yeah, this other bamboo with the green stem is indigenous, called the mountain bamboo, which is different from this one, the yellow one. Okay, this is a kitchen in which traditional meals and cuisines are prepared. Here we have WAJEE in Kikuyu. Is meat from the intestines and other meat from the inside part of an animal. Here we have nyama choma, commonly known as nyama choma. Very, very good, very sweet. They are prepared to tempt and tantalize the palate. Very good.